one of the first things we're going to hook up is this amplifier way over there, and that is used for the electronic drums when the system isn't on. I can just turn that on and then I can plug the electronic drums from here into here, which would give me a direct into that. So let's explain the patch bay. Patch bay is really cool. I love it. And there's 3 settings. In this particular patch bay, you can just set them however you want. Here, I see this one's set wrong. And that one's set wrong. Okay, okay, I usually use half normal. Half normal means that I plug something. Okay, half normal. We're going to use the drums as an example. So the drums, I would come from over here, around down here, and up into the top of this patch bay. These top ones. That's the input. And it's also an input on the front side too. So then this bottom set goes down to here in track 7 and 8 into the recorder. So that's your input. So it's a drum input. So when I have that set up for half normal, the drums are going in here. So if I take these drums here, this output, and actually the lower ones were the inputs, not the upper ones on the front side. So I would put this here from the drum machine, and then that would actually nullify this one. So these drums wouldn't be coming in anymore. It would take the drum machine input from this and take it straight to the recorder. Now, then I could take, if I still wanted those drums to go, I could take these 2 outputs, the top and the front, and I can put them into the bottom inputs of 2 other of the channels that are going into maybe 5 and 6 here. And so that would pass these drums to 5 and 6, and the drum machine would be 7 and 8. And okay, now we're going to hook up the electronic drums. As you can see, I've got my chords laid out all over the place, and different chords. These are MIDI chords, these are patch chords, those are long chords, all those are the same exact chord, all these are the same chords, all those are the same chords, all those are the same chords, and then we have 2 of these RCA to standard jacks for some of the components like the CD burner and stuff like that. So we got a couple of these straight patch chords because we're going to go into the patch bay. We've got to go into the patch bay from the drums, and then we got to go from the patch bay to the recorder for the drum input. Okay, we've got the drums coming through here, and the amplifier cord with the headphone for the sound room and the microphone for the sound room going out through there. The microphone will get plugged in there to the amp for the microphone amp. So here we are. We got the drums coming in here, and then we've got them going out here into the recorder, and then we have this drum set here, which I use a lot, for my songs, plugged into the input, which would be the bottom set of the front side of the patch bay, and that's half normal. Now the amplifier for the drums, which we only use the left side, and it goes into the amplifier because it's a mono amp, and so we've got that on through. See, we've got that on through, so that now I just plug one from here, the output of the drum, to the input, bottom one, because it's on the through of the amplifier. That cord goes out through the back and to that amplifier that's on the floor. And I clean up all that stuff in a while. Okay, now we've done the same thing for the sound module. QSR is right under here. Comes up into here, output over here to the recorder. Same thing, half normal. Okay, we've hooked a bunch of things up, like the guitar system there, which you can either play through the Marshall amp on top and the pod, or just the pod. We have a wah-wah pedal down there, goes up. The whole system comes down through here and up into here, which then goes into channel 3 and 4. 3 being left, 4 being right. Now that we got all the instruments plugged in, right, left, right, left. Now we plug the master output into the input of channel 1 and 2 of the patch bay. And then this output here, down here, from the patch bay, will go into the compressor limiter. So now we have the output of the VS1880 going right here to channel 1 and 2. Now channel 1 and 2 output will go in to the compressor limiter. We go out from the compressor limiter into the BBE sonic maximizer. We have 2 outputs to the sonic maximizer. One goes into this amplifier here, which is controlling the big speakers here, and one goes back into channel 3 and 4 of the patch bay. Now channels 3 and 4 of the patch bay output goes into this stereo here, which is controlling these speakers, which give me more of a realistic everybody's stereo kind of a sound, so I can make my CDs to play on anybody's stereo. So there we have it. It's all hooked up and ready to start.